friend once told me that marriage isn't just about marrying the right person, but being the right partner for that person. And I'm not sure I know two people who demonstrate this more deeply than Kristen and Casey. They both told me that after 8 years together, they are still genuinely excited to be around each other and that they make the choice to be with one another every single day. We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Kristen and Casey. How fitting is it that Kristen and Casey chose this beautiful hilltop for their ceremony when just a little over a year ago today, they found themselves on a similar hilltop. Kristen in utter shock as Casey got down on one knee, Holly by his side, and asked her to be his wife. And now, as we find ourselves together in this incredibly special place, Kristen and Casey want to honor each and every one of you for traveling to be with them and sharing in this commitment they make to one another.
Kristen, my best friend, my much better half, the person I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with, and most of all, and most of all,
I'll read them.
My darling. The gratitude that I feel standing here with you is something that I would never know if it wasn't for you. Not only does standing here, about to make you my wife, bring me overwhelming joy, but over the last 8 years, you are the one who has taught me what real gratitude looks like.
Casey, my darling, we made it. I'm the luckiest girl in the whole world to be here with you right now. I think you already know this, but the second I saw you, I just knew. I must admit, it was that handsome face and red beard that first caught my eye and pulled me in. But now, after all this time, there are truly so many things that I love about you, beyond how oh so very handsome you are.
The things that you do daily inspire me more than you will ever know. It is one of my greatest joys watching you fearlessly pursue your lifelong passion that you have turned into a wildly successful business that most people could only dream of. While the entire time, doing it in your own way, on your own terms. I will be there to support you every step of the way, even if that means licking 500 stamps at 3 in the morning.
That's good. That's good. You are kind, compassionate, thoughtful, sensible, and most of all sweet. Determined, motivated, and incredibly selfless. Over the past 7 years, 5 months, and 5 days exactly, I've had the pleasure of getting to know you and grow with you. You amaze me. You are so humble and strong, and I am so proud of who you are and who you're yet to become. You are the perfect piece that I've always needed. You make me feel so loved, even on the hardest days. And I know no matter what, I can always count on you. You are my safe place, my voice of reason. You are absolutely everything. I vow to love you more each day, to listen even when we're both cranky, to try my best with the laundry even though I'm not very good at it, to always give you tickles until you fall asleep, to be the best partner in life to our future children, to stick by your side till the very end, and most of all, I vow to always be the one you need. I love you forever, darling. Let's do this thing.
Loving you is the easiest decision that I've ever made. And the easiest decision that I will make every day for the rest of my life.
When I sat down for dinner with Kristen and Casey to talk about this day, my first thought was, how are they actually this adorable? Quickly followed by my next thought, which was, how is it that I'm just getting to know them as a couple and yet I feel like I've known them forever? Maybe it's the way their constant laughter with one another immediately put me at ease. They radiated that perfect glow of a couple newly in love and lit up the room with a kind of energy that makes you feel like anything is possible. And yet, at the same time, they demonstrated the kind of honesty, care, and knowledge of one another that can only come from a deep foundation built together over time. Kristen and Casey, here you are, surrounded by the people you love most in the world. You asked me to help you remember this moment, so if you would, turn around and take it all in. You are both so deeply committed to your families and your friends, and for this one magical instant, they are all right here, sending you their happiness, their love, and their support. They have been with you throughout your entire lives, and they will continue to be with you as you move forward in this new life together. Kristen and Casey, I asked you each what you're looking forward to the most about being married. Kristen, here's what you said. I'm excited to marry Casey because I so look forward to starting a family and building a life and loving home with him. And I'm excited to gain the most incredible in-laws and family. And Casey, here's what you said. I am excited to marry Kristen because she makes every day exciting. I can't wait to work together every step of the way, deciding what our future looks like as we build our own home and family. Being with Kristen for almost 8 years now, I already feel like I have everything I've ever wanted. But marrying her in front of everyone we love will just be the icing on the cake. Do you, Kristen, take Casey to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Casey, take Kristen to be your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in matrimony, to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Kristen and Casey, may the love you bring here today never fail and only grow deeper every year you spend together and every adventure that you go on. You have pledged your life and commitment to each other through the exchanging of vows and rings. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Look, I want to thank everybody for making the trip up here. I know Yeah, up and down the mountains, up and down the hills. It's a beautiful night. It's a great night for a party, and this is a party. I mean, what more can you ask for? It's incredible. I mean, I couldn't be more happier for my daughter and Casey. Casey, when Casey came into her life, it just, I knew more, I think I knew before she did.
I want to start by thanking everyone who has made this day possible for these two. This wedding has been very much anticipated, and it sure has delivered. This place is awesome, and to celebrate you two, this is the perfect place. Chrissy, I think we can all agree that you look incredible. Right? Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up. And Casey, you don't look bad.
Hello, everyone. Hello. The biggest thank you to the parents of the bride and groom. Without you, we wouldn't be here this weekend, celebrating the newly Mr. and Mrs. Baker. Woo! But let me remind you all, the backbones of her ultra-successful company, KP Calligraphy Co., would be nothing without the dream team of Karen and Frank Polisi, and then none other than her best friend, roomie, co-worker, dog daddy, and now husband, Casey Baker. Kristen, you deserve all the love you're feeling today, and every day, but especially today. Although you may come across as a huge goofball, you have always shown up for me with the highest level of love and support, and naturally instilled it in me to never be treated of anything less. We're all very lucky to know you, especially those that are getting married. You are a wedding wizard.
In all reality, the concept of Casey as a little brother was a great one. Somebody to get in trouble with, a brother to play with in the backyard, somebody to share my hobbies and passions with. But in the early days, that was so far from the truth. He was a royal pain in the ass, and that's a theme of this speech, just so you know. He bugged me, he was a total snitch, and he loved to give me a hard time. But eventually, he grew on me a little. It turns out that the really skinny, curly-head, redhead kid was pretty cool. He kept up with all the older kids. He had a knack for picking things up fast. He loved to be challenged, and that rubbed off on me. I give him all the credit in the world for where I am today because he sparked a passion for coaching and teaching in me that I couldn't have gotten to this point in my life without you, so thank you, Casey.
Casey, as one of Kristen's longest childhood friends, I want you and everyone to know how happy I am that Kristen found you, her soulmate, her home. It doesn't matter where life takes you to, as long as you guys are together, the world will all be okay. You are so devoted to her and her happiness, it's inspiring and admirable to say the least. From the moment I met you, Casey, and saw the way you looked at her with lovingness and care, but also slightly concerned about something weird she might have said, but always with a smile, I knew you were the one for her.
To say that I'm proud of my brother and the man that he has become is such a vast understatement. He has had a meteoric rise from the redheaded middle child to our favorite redheaded middle child. And it only took him 26 years of living in my parents' house to get there.
While writing this speech, I was able to reflect on just how special our relationship is. I like to think of me and Kristen's relationship like a metaphorical tattoo on my back. Spontaneous, permanent, painful in the beginning, but worth it in the end. And even though I can't always see it, I know it's on my back. Yeah, she gave me a tattoo. She did this. She gave me a tattoo. It's literally there forever.
I really never thought he would find someone, not because of his personality or his looks. I just thought, who could possibly tolerate those menu preferences, my friends? But here you are, Chrissy, standing right by his side, ready to join him in the lifelong quest to find the perfect chicken nugget. I love you too. I always have. I always will. And the thought of our kids growing up together, no pressure. No pressure. Don't rush. You've seen my little guy. It's crazy. Sharing family vacations, getting together for holidays, and all of the other things that families do really warms my heart and gives me so much to look forward to. So with that, if everyone would raise a glass, or a beer, whatever you got. As a wise man who is in this room, and a wise man who happens to be getting married today once said to me, some people marry an anchor, some people marry a sail. And Chrissy, you are the sail of all sails. Cheers, we love you.
Time stop so we could forget everything and everyone. Ay.
Your love for each other is one that doesn't come around very often. So, I hope you forever call each other by your nicknames, grow from the lows, and live so presently through the highs. And remember what John Mayer said, love is a verb. It ain't a thing. It's not something you hold. It's not something you scream. When you show me love, I don't need your words. Yeah, love ain't a thing. Love is a verb. So cheers. Cheers to the newly Mr. and Mrs. Baker.